Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Adventure Quiz. Quizman Adam here at your service. That was weird. I really don't know what happened there. Let's get over it though. Tonight we are going back to the 90s for a bit of a retro picture round. We're going to be taking on a Hollywood Connections challenge, which Chris A, I hope, will like. And we're going to be, with the audio round, we're just going to be getting into the spirit of this wonderful, wonderful weather that we're having at the moment. Tonight, it all goes according to plan and there's not more technical errors. It will be the launch of our community corner with a little competition thrown in for good measure that hopefully we're going to be doing every single week with a different theme. More details come of that later. If you are joining us for the first time, a very big welcome to the quiz. There are many different ways of taking part. The easiest of all is just to sit back, relax and enjoy the show. You could write your answers down. There's an opportunity, of course, to mark your answers later on. Or, if you're a little bit lazy and you've got a bit of cash, you can sign up for the DAP, the Digital Answer Pack, which not only calculates the score for you, but enters you into the running to becoming one of tonight's winning teams. Why would you not do that, eh? Okay, so if you're ready or not, it's happening. Fact or fiction is coming our way. So, here we go. 5 fact or fiction statements. All you have to do is press on the DAP, fact or fiction, or say it out loud or write it down. It's up to you. So, number 1, fact or fiction. For good luck and a healthy life, Japanese parents take their children to a sumo wrestler who then shouts at them in an attempt to make them cry. Is it fact or fiction? What do you reckon? It is. It's fact. It's a traditional ceremony and it dates back hundreds of years, about 400 years, I reckon. Okay, next one. Throughout the Middle Ages, hedgehogs were called urchins after their resemblance to the spiky sea creatures. What do you reckon? It's so weird, but is it fact or is it's just too weird? Is it fiction? What do you reckon? Fact or fiction? I can tell you it is. It's fact as well, yeah. Oh, they're so cute. The hedgehogs, that, not the urchins. Okay, number 3. In 2010, a New York artist made over $350,000 in 5 days at her first solo exhibition, selling nothing more than a collection of completely blank canvases. Do you reckon it's fact or do you reckon it's fiction? It is. It's fiction. I made it up. Okay, we've got 2 left to go. Here's number 4. Although very rare, it has been documented that rainbows can occur during the night from the light of the moon. What do you reckon? Fact or fiction? It is. It's fact. That photo that you see there is a rainbow at night. They're called lunar rainbows or moonbows, which I quite like. So there you go. Yeah, a nighttime rainbow. Wicked. And now your final one. In 2002, the Tim Hortons chains of coffee shops in the US was fined $1.2 million after it was discovered they had added a nicotine-like substance to their coffee beans in order to increase its addictive effects. What do you reckon? Fact or fiction? It is. It's fiction. It was reported in some really dodgy magazines, but it's not the case. Not the case at all. It's addictive enough without it. Okay, let's move on to our next round. It is the big mix. 16 general knowledge questions, starting easy and then notching up until we get to some really tough ones right at the end. If you use the DAP, in most of the cases, you're just pressing the first letter of the first word of your answer. So let's kick off with number 1. Which train would you find at platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross? So which train would you find at platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross? Oh, is it? Ah, well, that makes it even more fake, doesn't it, Stacey? Question number 2. Which planet is closest to the sun? In traditional theory, which planet is closest to the sun? Lots of people buying mugs last week as well. I hope you all got them in time. It's a beautiful mug. I can't tell you how good it is. Number 3, holidays. Tenerife, Fuerteventura and Lanzarote are all islands within which group? So we've got Tenerife, Fuerteventura and Lanzarote, all islands within which group? Question number 4. Which colour of moon is referred to when speaking of a rare event? It sounds like a weird question, but you know the answer. So the colour of moon that is referred to when speaking of a rare event. Oh, yeah, Ollie. It glazes. It's just the best. I mean, if we were on the pottery throwdown right now, the guy would be in tears remarking of that quality of glaze. Number 5, what name is given to the hard substance that makes up the visible part of the tooth and covering the crown? So it's almost like the sort of the outer surface of a tooth. But what is the name of that substance? So we go with number 6. How many bronze lions guard Nelson's column in London? So I say guard Nelson's column, but you know at the bottom of Nelson's column, how many bronze lions are there? Oh, very welcome, Chris. Very welcome. Number 7. Which ocean surrounds Hawaii? Oh, it's just there's almost like just an undercurrent. Oh, that's good. That's almost a pun with ocean in it, but just an undercurrent of holiday happening at the moment. So, which ocean surrounds Hawaii? Question number 8. Which song, recorded by Madonna in 1999, was used in the soundtrack to Austin Powers? So a pretty well-known Madonna song. But I know you know it, but what's the title of it? First letter of the first word. When have Mawams ever not gone down a treat? The panacea of Haribo. Question number 9. Weird words coming. Rockhopper, chinstrap, and erect crested are all types of which bird? So you've got rockhopper, chinstrap, and erect crested. Well, they're all types of a particular bird. What's the bird? What do you mean, Luke? What is Mawam? Don't make me get the Mawams out. Number 10 now. Which American television show was written by Chris Carter and featured a theme tune written and performed by Mark Snow? So just 2 names there. You got Chris Carter, Mark Snow, but an American TV show. What was the show? Question number 11. Which mineral, due to its brass yellow hue, is known commonly as fool's gold? And there's a lump of it there. It looks like gold, but it's not gold. You would be a fool to think such a thing. It is fool's gold. But what is the sort of more technical term for that mineral? Question number 12. Who wrote the Just So stories? The Just So stories. Who wrote them? Initials, if you're using the DAP. Just block capitals, first name, last name, no spaces in between. You know the score. You know the score. Oh, God. I just was really worried another technical problem was occurring there on my stream. No, I think I'm over it. Number 13. In 1990, it should be which item of kit was made compulsory for all footballers by FIFA? So in 1990, they said to everyone, no. If you want to play the game, you have to wear that bit of kit. So which bit of kit was made compulsory in 1990? What have you got the alphabet to choose from with the Just So stories one? You can't. No, you don't. I'm looking on your type form now. Well, actually, can you just confirm that's the case? Because otherwise, it's just wasting my time looking for stuff. Let's try number 14. Weird one. This one came up in research based on last week's audio round. Which of James Bond's arch enemies has a third nipple? Weird, isn't it? So, which one of James Bond's enemies has a third nipple? Oh no! Sorry, Chris. Yeah, it's just that's a different way that I'm doing the initialisms now. So you've got the whole alphabet, and then you're just pressing the two. That's good. Yeah, we're kind of you're half right and I'm half right as well. I changed it. You panicked. So did I. But now I've realised what I did. Yeah. So with the initials one, you just press the two letters. It's just easier for me to look statistically at how well people did. Penultimate question, number 15. Which one-hit wonder holds the world record for the longest album title? And it's 156 words long. And I'm just going to give you a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder is your clue. Very much a one-hit wonder. I'm sure there were other tracks, but very much, in my opinion, would be considered a one-hit wonder. But holds a record for the world's longest album title, 156 words. So who do you reckon? Did I just cough? Did I just cough? Maybe. What? Are you hearing things, Sarah? Oh God. No, okay, so no. So Luke, it's the artist group or band. Which one-hit wonder holds the record for the longest album title? So we're after the artist, the group, the band. First letter of the first word, excluding the, if you're arguing. And then your final question, number 16. It's a very short question. Interesting, though. What is the longest living insect? There you go. So of all of the insects, which insect generally lives the longest? It's a lot of years as well. They get very, very old. So what is the longest living? It is not a ladybird. I just put that there just because I thought the image was really cute. So what is the longest living insect? It's one hit wonder. What's a hit wonder? What is the eldest insect? No, well, eldest would suggest that currently now, which is the eldest insect? So which insect lives for the longest, but not is alive right? I mean, obviously they are alive right now. You know exactly what this question is. You're just being pedants. Okay, so I'm going to leave these questions with you for another minute with a little recap behind me, listing all of those questions, and then we're going to go back to the 90s with picture rounds, and I'm really looking forward to this one. We're back in the room. Okay, and this is the final time I'm going to do question number 15 again. So, we're after the name of the artist, group, or band that were one-hit wonders that hold the record for the longest album title. Your answer is going to be the artist, group, or band, okay? Don't worry about the title of the one-hit wonder song that they had. It is the artist, group, or band, the one-hit wonders that they were, that hold the world record. Okay, you're very, very, very welcome. Okay, let's move on to our picture round. Yay! Like I said, going back to the 90s, and that's your password tonight, back to the 90s. So if you are a patron and you want to zoom into these images, just go to the website, adventurequizzes.com. Click on hash 21, and then we'll go back to the 90s. I will... I'm just not gonna. I'm now gonna do a Boris, and I'm just gonna shut down any questions referring to question number 15. That's it. We're done. Don't ask me. Like, question 15 is now the Dominic Cummings of questions. Right. Let's get on with posters. So poster A, 90s icons. You are identifying them from like fancy dress, and you'll see that you've got initialisms there at the bottom to help you. So number one, there's number one. Who do you reckon there is? Look at those. Look at the ones at the bottom. You've got AG, AV, CH, GH, KF, MM, SF, SS, or TM. So who do you reckon that one is? We'll go through these all twice as well, so don't worry. That's number two. It's so funny. What was my problem? Number three. Number four. Number 5, not classic. Well, they're all classic, otherwise they wouldn't be included. There's number 6. such a different, like, that'd be such a stag do one, wouldn't it? Number 7. That's a good one. They're good. Very, very simple, but good. Number 8. Number 9. Final one. That's funny. Have you seen the episode of Gogglebox when they get? I can't remember the brother and sister, the younger couple with the mugs, the one that have the mugs. Oh, they have mugs. They have mugs. They don't have one of these though. And they get he has to dress up like that. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So here we go. We're doing them again. Here's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 9. Poster B now. Telly all the way. Really cool photos. Like sets, but sets that are empty of characters from famous 90s TV shows. In order to answer these, if you're using the DAP, you are selecting the first letter of the first word, excluding the. So here's number 1. I reckon it is. It's so. I think this is it is a tougher one, but when you know, you go, oh god, of course it is. So yeah, there's show number 1. Show number 2. Show number 3. It's that staircase that gives it away for me. Oh, it's number 4. That is tough. It's so unique though that it's. It's number 5. Again, really unique, that. And almost a bit bland, to be honest. There's number 6. Two images that I'll put together there. There's number 7. Gotta know that one, haven't we? Number 8. It's just. It's just such a good show. Such a good show. I really want to sing the theme. Well, I can't sing the theme tune, but I really want to do the theme tune. I can't. I will during the answers, though. And final one, number 9. We're going to do them all again, though, so don't worry. There's number 9. A bit blurry. Yes, I agree. It's a bit blurry, but hopefully it should be enough to give it away. It's weird, you know. Well, it's not weird, but in the 90s, everything, you know, there was nothing really digital back then. Not TV wise. I think all of this stuff was on VHS. Okay, let's do them again, because there's some easier ones there, and there's some pretty tough ones. I think number 1 being an example of a pretty tough one. There's some obvious ones. Chat's gone very quiet, which generally suggests that this round is really hard. There's number 2. That's number 3. Number 4. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would like. It's bloody expensive though, isn't it, Chris? It's number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. No, it's not cheap. And number 9. And also, if you go as a really small team, you end up with other people, complete strangers. Oh, we're giving away too many clues, Chris. Let's reconvene during the marking. Right, and then a final poster is a bit of music for you. So little clips from famous music videos, very, very famous music videos. We are after the title of the song, or at least the first letter of the first word of the title, excluding the. So here is number 1. Very, very famous song. It's massive in the 90s. But what is the title? Number 2, that classic when that tear dropped. Number 3, I can almost hear that song playing in my head just by looking at that. It's crazy. Yeah, true. Number 4, funny video, that really funny. Number 5. Number 6. No, it was so clever that. I mean, it wasn't. It's obvious how it was done, but it just appeared. It was just mine. It was like the first time it had ever been done. You know, the first time a magic trick has ever been done, and people are like, "What?" And then now we're like, "Oh, that's yes, everyone knows how to do that." But that was one of those. It was a seminal moment. It was number 7. Number 8. You know, it's one of the songs. But which song was it? And number 9, the really, really cute little milk carton. Strange thing to say. Let's do them for you again. Just quickly go through these. Remember, after the first word of the title, excluding the word the. There's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And finally, number 9. So just clarify with that as well, we're after the first letter of the first word of the title, excluding the word the. And it's the same with the TV shows as well. The first letter of the first word of the TV show, excluding the word the. So it's time for me to introduce to you this evening's brain teaser. Relatively simple one tonight. I thought we've been rather complicated recently with areas and volumes. So we'll just do a nice little county one. So how many toy soldiers have been captured in the jar? I'm hoping, potentially, for somebody to get the answer absolutely spot on. But don't worry, you don't have to get it spot on. Whoever comes closest is our winner. So I'll leave you that image for about 5 minutes. Grab yourself another drink from the fridge, comfort break if you need to. And then we'll be back with our spotlight round.
Alone and loud, that's how I feel. I dream all night and day. Could you give us a chance if you mind? And I deserve it, please, one last time. Could you give us a chance? We'll be so fine. I hope one day, somehow, I always will meet again. 'Cause I've been wondering why we still play as we were friends. I hope somehow I always will meet again. It's time to care. We should just share love one day. Mine, 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 alone and bored, that's how you feel. You went so far away. You should give us a chance, please be kind. I need to see you just one last time. You should give us a chance, we'll feel alive.
lost. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
And we're back in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Time for us to move on to Spotlight Round Fun. Tonight, as I suggested earlier, it's all about Hollywood, and it's a connections thing, which I hope you're going to like. So in a moment, what's going to happen is I'm going to fill up those, you see the four spaces there with the heads. I'm going to fill those up with images of famous actors and actresses. And then you have to say what the movie is that they all appeared in. But, like I say, it's a connection. So it's about getting the connection as early as possible. So I'm not just going to give you all four. I'm going to start by just putting one actor or actress up there. And then at that point, you have a guess. And your guess is going to be the first letter of the first word of the film, excluding the word the. Then, once you've all had your guess, or not had a guess, I mean, just press any letter if you have no clue. Then I'll give you the next actor or actress, and then you can have another guess. Then I'll give you another actor or actress, you have another guess after that, and then I'll give you the fourth and final actor or actress, and then you have your final guess after that. You are going to get half a point for every time you get the correct answer. So if you get it from actor or actress number one, and it's and you're like, yes, oh my god, yes, all the way through. I mean, you could be like that, everyone. You're going to get 2 points, okay? If you get it after the second person, you get 1.5 points. If you get it after the third person, you get 1 point. Do you see what I mean, okay? So after each one of these people, you have to have a guess on the DAP. You have to have your guess, okay? Just press a letter that is, fingers crossed, first letter of the first word of the name of the film, excluding the word the. Oh, thank you. But you would say that, Chris, because you said last week you're a movie buff. That's why I just had a bit of movie stuff in my head, so I wanted to do it for you. And you bought a mug as well. I'm so easily swayed. Okay, so do we know what we're doing? Do we know what we're doing? Okay, let's just bring up the first person. So this is your first movie. Your first person is the actress. There we go. Kate Blanchett. So what do you reckon the film could be? What do you reckon the film could be? You have to have a guess on the DAP. Don't just either guess, just press any letter if you don't know, or have a guess. Have a guess. Oh, that's very sweet that you all think this is a great round. And I know how much you all like connections as well. Everyone's just like more connections. So yeah. So, you got to have a guess now. Have a guess now. Because the next person's coming up now, so it's going to ruin it. So, your next person is... Orlando Bloom. What do you reckon the film could be? I walk down the red. I can't get over there because look, I disappear if I go over there. The red carpet is not for the quizmaster. Clearly, I've created my own sort of not a glass wall, like just an invisibility wall. Okay, have you had your guesses? Because we're going to go on to the next person now. You always have to guess. You have to guess. And then you go on to the next one. Okay, next person coming up. There he is. Sir. What do you reckon the film is? We got to know it by now, don't we? And then you're just gonna keep going and getting more half points as you go through. And then let's just go. I think because we're all well, hopefully we're all there by now. There you go, Elijah Wood. This is your final guess now. Final opportunity to get half a point. That would be fun, wouldn't it, Ken? Yeah. I could. Okay, right. Let's do movie number two. Movie number two. Okay, so we're all set. Reset. Let's see. I mean, great actor coming up. But in so many films. Steve Buscemi. What do you make of the film? Just have a guess. I mean, there's so many films he's been in, and they're all banging films. I can't imagine, Ken. We should probably connect it. Connections, but nothing else. Okay, have your guesses. Have your guesses, because we're coming up to the next next actor or actress. What about the connect factor? Tough crowd. Here's person number two. Would you believe it, Bruce Willis? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Very much, all of these films are very much, they're known as, which I learnt this week, ensemble casts, meaning a cast filled with just bloody brilliant actors and actresses. Right, let's go to next one. There he is, Samuel L. Jackson. We've got 7 of these films, by the way, so I'm concerned we need to be possibly speeding up a bit. And the final person is John Travolta, the original JT. Have your guesses before we move on. Okay, movie number 3. Let's clear the board. Our first actor is Paul Rudd. Have a guess, because we're going to get another actor in a minute. Okay, bringing up the next person. Actress. Christina Applegate. Yeah. Oh, Roy, that's a fantastic name for it. Next actor now. Let's have a go with final one. It is The Ledge. That is Will Ferrell. So funny. Right, let's go with movie number 4 now. Like I said, we've got 7 of these in total. Let's bring up our first actress this time is Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, she's been in many a film. But what do you reckon the film is? Let's bring up person number 2 now. Have your first guess for that half pointer. Don't be holding back on these guesses. You've either got to go with it or not. So if you haven't decided, press any letter now, because the next person's coming up, and that be Brad Pitt. Still looking good, isn't he? Bastard. So we go, next version. we say it all together. It's Matt Damon. Matt Damon, for anyone else that doesn't get that joke. So Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. Oh, it's a good film. Good film. And your final member, well, not exclusively of the ensemble cast, but the final one that I chose to put in the group would be the Cloonster. There he is. What do you reckon the film is? First letter of the first word, excluding the. There's no the in that anyway, but. Okay, let's go to movie number 5 now. Your first actor is Kevin Bacon. Judging by the degrees of bacon, that it could be any film in the entire world right now. Have a guess though. I'll give you a bit of time for your guessing though. Okay, let's bring in the next. Which the second one, it either confirms what you said or it just stumps you, doesn't it? Our next person is Demi Moore. How are we doing, by the way, in this round? It's all gone very quiet. Chat's very quiet tonight. I'm concerned that I'm just absolutely slaying you with quiz. As long as you enjoy being slayed, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go to the next person. I think this person will give it away. That person be Jack Nicholson. What, like I usually slay people? Ah, interesting, Luke. No, it is only ever excluding the word the. You don't ever exclude any other word but the. The is the only exclusion. Oh, come on, Chris. I thought you were going to get 100% in this, mate. Thanks, Louis. And your final person is Tom Cruise. What's the film that connects them all together? Was that for Tom Cruise? That's why everyone says Niner. Oh, I missed the first bit, but I would have done brilliant in everything. well, welcome along. I forgive your tardiness. Right, let's go. Your penultimate movie now. It's movie number 6. Let's clear that board and bring up. There. Oh, there he is. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. What do you reckon the first words, first letter of the first word of the film is, excluding the word the? Yeah. I'm going to bring up the next person. So have you guessed now? Have you guessed? Because the next person's coming up. This could give it away. It's Jack Black. Interesting, eh? What do you reckon the film could be? I've got to say, like that comment you made, it might have just been a throwaway comment, but I try to make my PowerPoints as neatly aligned as possible, and I'm really glad it's been noticed. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go on to the third person now. Make your guesses if you're done. Let's go to the third person. It is Steve Coogan. Aha! This got to give it away in it because he's not. I mean, he's been in a lot, but not in a lot. I mean, come on, Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black, Steve Coogan. That's quite an eclectic bunch. And then your final one. This is almost like the keystone, which will just give it away. Hopefully, it's Ben Stiller. Remember, every time you guess the correct letter, then you get yourself half a point. Okay, let's have a go with the final movie now. Let's clear the board. And let's bring up our first actor, which could potentially narrow it down. Not overly prolific. Adrien Brody. What do we reckon? Well, let's have a go. Let's move on to the next person. And this could throw a cat amongst the pigeons. Or it could make it easier. Let's see. It's Jeff Goldblum. So we've got Adrien Brody and Jeff Goldblum. Let's go to person number 3. Have you guessed before we move on? Make sure you've had your guess. Person number 3 is another great actor, Jude Law. Jude Law. Such a strange bunch, isn't it? It's a good film. And let's give it your final person in the final film. Ralph Fiennes. What do you reckon? Was it good? It was a good, fun film. Well filmed, well cast. It's an ensemble cast, but all good. But what do you reckon? Well, folks, we're going to clear that board now. We're done. Done with the spotlight round. And it's now time to move on to a little bit of audio fun. We are doing crazy covers tonight. I do love a crazy cover. But as I sort of suggested earlier, it's all about good weather because we are listening to steel pan bands. Yeah. Crazy covers are very famous songs. You're picking the title and the artist. Before that, let me just change the scene a bit here because this is just a bit annoying. So let us move ourselves into the world of the tropical ocean. And as I say, you are, for each of these tracks, going to be picking the title and the artist. Initialized answers there. As always, initialized answers, okay? For each of these, it will say track number 1, and you're picking 2 of those initialisms, because I haven't told you which ones of those are titles and which ones are artist groups or bands, okay? So just pick 2 of them. You get half of the title, half of the artist group or band. You might be looking at some of those right now and say, oh no, I think I know what that song is. But let's see. So, like I say, all of these are on the steel pans. It's just so lovely and tropical. And I thought to emphasise that more, I was going to dress up a little bit tonight with the shades. And what I would like you to do before we start this, I know I said there was a competition coming. And tonight's competition is to do with the community corner that we have coming later on after the quiz round. And I want to get some really funny photos of everyone. And so this evening's competition or challenge is to be as tropical as you possibly can. If you've got some stuff in the house that makes you tropical, you might have a straw hat or you might have a coconut that you're drinking from. I need tropical photos. Submit your photos to the community corner, and the best photo that I pick will receive this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll post it to you. I'm not even joking. I'll post it to you. This is a brand new. You see, it's a box. It's box fresh. It is a battery-powered salt and pepper mill. Look at that. I'll give you a little whirl of it. That's all right, isn't it? I mean, you could put salt in there, you could put pepper in there. That is going to be yours, okay? So get as much tropical clothing as you can, and during this round, take some wonderful little selfies of yourselves, and put them on the community corner. We'll put them all up next week, and whoever the best one was, we'll get themselves this. I'm going to post it. I will post it to you. To be honest, the postage probably will cost more than the actual item itself, but I'll do that. I'll do that for patrons. I will do that for patrons. Oh no! So, no. You have to choose salt or pepper. But okay. So get your tropical stuff ready. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is track number 1. So we're going to hear them all twice. Here's number 2. Look at me, keeping up with the track numbers. response to that, do you have to make the hard choice between salt and pepper? If you know your sort of salt and pepper ratio, you could actually put that ratio in there, and then you would always dispensing salt and pepper at your, because it's yours. If you win it, it's yours. Decide on your ratio, and then boom, done. Don't take 2 condiment holders into the shower meal. Take 1 with the perfect ratio. Here's number 3. If you have weird ratios, Luke, that is nothing. There's nothing I can do to help you, mate. You just do something you've got to deal with on your own. Here's number 4. That was number 4. Remember, title and then artist, group, and band is number 5. Here's number 6. So we go with track number 7. Very good question there, Chris, about what's the UBF stroke ND. Because I was talking about original artist group of bands. There's one band that popularised it. There's let's just say artist group of band. One artist group of band popularised it. One artist group of band was the original, and that is just, yeah. So don't worry, if you know what one of those stands for, you're still good. Here's number 8. Number 8. Track number 9 coming your way. I'll get carried away with the waves. Is number 10. I don't think you even need the steel drum part of that to know. Here's number 11. And your final track. We'll hear them all again though. Here's number 12. So there we go. There's 12 tracks. I've just realised that when I turn this way, it looks like that lens is clear, but it's because these are actually they're actually 3D glasses. I didn't have any shades, and so look, when I do that, it's fine. But when it's interesting, anyway. Sorry, I'm geeking out. Right, we're going to do it a second time. If you're finding this round easy, this is now the time that you need to go and find as much tropical stuff in your house as possible. Take yourself a fabulous little selfie. If you've got teammates with you, great. Do whatever you like, and next week when you go on the community corner, you're going to get yourself the the pepper grinder. If you're the best photo, that is. Right, okay, let's do them all again. Hang on. Right, I'm just going to play track number 1, and then I'll worry about my slides. So here's number 1. Final time you're going to hear it. Pick 2 of them. Here's number 2. Deadline to submit photo, I would say, is Friday this week to be done the next Monday. So submit your photos by Friday. That's a good question. I never even considered that. So thanks, Chris. Yeah. So whenever all of these competitions you do, always from now on, make sure you submit your photo by Friday for it to be shown on Monday. Are you suggesting, therefore, Chris, that you're literally going to go out and get and hire a tropical costume, probably make yourself up, and then take a photo looking at a replay of this quiz just to get this? Do it, my friend. Do it. Here's number 4. Number 6. Number 7. And number 8. Number 9. And number 10. On to a track, number 11. And final track, it's number 12. There we go, folks. I'm afraid to say the holiday is over. Done now with audio round. So you have now just a little 1 minute break to allow yourself to type in all your answers into the DAP. Do you have time to grab yourself a drink? Well, if you're not doing DAP stuff, then you do have time. But if you're doing DAP stuff, then you don't have time. Just a 1 minute break, and then we're going to finish off this quiz with a bit of Quizmo, and then Community Corner is going to happen. So, yes, a 1 minute break, and then we are back with Quizmo. And we're back in the room. Right, quiz round. Sorry, I was getting confused. Right. Sorry. It's so weird when you don't see what's going on back in the scenes when something happens and I'm like, oh God, I've got to do that. But don't worry, it's all under control. So it is time for the Quizmo round. This evening we're looking at word ladders. You've got 2 word ladders to solve. What I would like you to do is start at the bottom. This is the most important thing. You have to start at the bottom. They are numbered as well. So start at the bottom and then work your way up the ladder, answering each of the clues. Each of the answers that you give is a 4-letter word. But in order to go up the ladder, you have to change one of the letters in that word in order to create another word that satisfies the clue that I've given you. On the DAP, and there could be a little bit of cleverness going on here if you think about it, select the first letter of each of the words going up the ladder. It could also help a lot if you write down your answers, because if you write your answers down, then you're a lot more likely to be able to change letters. If you can do it visually, fantastic, but write your letters down. Write the answers down. And you get half a point for each of these. So there's going to be 2 ladders. You've got ladder A, ladder B. Everybody start right now on ladder A. Question number 1, which should be easy. That will give you the 4-letter word, and then we're slowly changing 1 letter at a time as we go up to number 12. Once you've done that, go on to ladder B and go 1 to 12. I hope that makes sense. You're allowed to skip if you like, but if you skip, make a sensible skip, i.e. of a suggestion. Don't just pass and press anything. Be sensible. I hope that makes sense. Because, ladies and gentlemen, your 3 minutes starts now. So start with that ladder on the left. Ladder A. Question number 1. Slang for £1. What's the first letter of that answer? Then go up to number 2. To give up. It's just 1 letter difference between the slang term for £1. We've got 1 minute down, 2 minutes left to go. Remember, this isn't always about completing. Just get as many as you can. But do educated guesses rather than just pressing anything to pass. Educated guesses, you know what I'm talking about. Halfway through now, minute and a half down, minute and a half left to go. One minute left to go. 1 minute left to go. Don't panic. It's not about finishing. It's not about finishing. Just make some educated guesses, though. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're done. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You have completed the adventure quiz. All that remains for you to do is to submit your answers. But as I've been promising all evening, it is now time for our Community Corner. And what a great way to start Community Corner, because we have a birthday in the house. John from I'll Have a Pee, Please, Bob, Sam, and the rest of the team wish you a very, very, and me, of course, and everybody doing the quiz tonight wishes you a very happy birthday. So let's do a little bit of happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, John. I hope you win. Blow your candles out. Blow your candles out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Community Corner. I know I've been building it up to be massive. It's just a slideshow of really, really cool images. If you want to submit images, because now you'll see soon, well, you'll see in a few seconds exactly what the Community Corner is. Next week, hopefully, we'll have tropical photos we can put in there, and you can win yourself a prize. So thank you to all of the patrons. Get yourself a drink. Enjoy this break and Community Corner, and I'll be back with answers, results, statistics, and winners, most importantly. And we are back in the room. It's time for answers, folks. Well done. This appears to be really quite an easy quiz. Did you find it easy? Because, I mean, maybe it's fluke. I doubt it. But, yeah, well done. Let's start off with Big Mix Bingo. There were so many 100%er questions. Number one was, of course, 100%er. The answer was the Hogwarts Express. Number two, the planet closest to the sun, another 100%er, was M for Mercury. Number three, the island group, another 100%er, the Canary Islands. Number four, the colour of moon referred to when speaking of a rare event, 100%. B for blue. It is the second full moon in a calendar month. So normally we just have one in a calendar month, but if you get a second full moon in a calendar month, it's like a leap year almost, in that the lunar cycle is out of step. So every 2 or 3 years we get 2 full moons in a month rather than just the one. And number five, then give it to the hard substance that lines your teeth. We were at were we at 100%? No, we're at 95%. 95% of us. Question number 6, the number of bronze lines. This was interesting, this one. 84% of you got it right. With 4, the metal used is said to be recycled from the cannons of the French Navy, but it's not true at all. The rest of you put 3. Number 7, the ocean that surrounds Hawaii. 100% of us said the Pacific Ocean. Number 8, the song recorded by Madonna that was used in Austin Powers went down quite a bit. 68 of us, 68% said Beautiful Stranger. Number 9, Rockhopper, Chinstrap and Erect Crested are all types of penguin, and 90% of us got that. Number 10, we went down to 63% for this one. The American TV show, Chris Carter, Mark Snow. It was the X-Files. The X-Files. We needed an X. On to 11, the mineral, due to its brass yellow hue, known commonly as fool's gold. 58% of you got it correct in the way that I was expecting you to get it correct, in the fact that you said it was pyrite. There was, however, another 31%, a huge one, that went with I, because it is actually iron sulfide. So P or I gets you the point. I'm going to look after everyone that gets those. Number 12, 79% of us knew that it was Rudyard Kipling that wrote the Just So stories. Number 13, we went up. Would you believe it? There was a sports question in the adventure quiz and 95% of us got it right. Bloody hell. It was shin pads. Shin pads. They were invented in 1874 by players for Nottingham Forest, who cut down an old pair of cricket pads and attached them with string to their shins, and then now it's compulsory. The James Bond arch enemies. How does everyone know this? I didn't know that. I mean, I'm kind of into James Bond, and I didn't know that. 90% of us said Scaramanga, and you would be correct with Scaramanga. We now go down quite a bit with the Dominic Cummings of questions. So, the One Hit Wonder, the artist group of bands that holds the world record for the longest album title, it is Chumbawamba. You know, I get knocked down and I get up again. You're never going to hold me down. The shortened title of that album, the album is known as The Boy Bands Have Won. This, however, is the full title. The boy bands have won, and all the copyists and the tribute bands and the TV talent show producers have won, etc., 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 etc. That's the longest. Fiona Apple had a very, very long one, but Chumbawamba took it from her. And then your final question. The longest living insect. Finally, what is supposed to be the hardest question has turned out to be the hardest question. Still 42% of you got it right. Bloody hell. It's termites. Termites. A termite queen can live for over 50 years. Some scientists suggest up to 100 years, but no scientists have been around long enough to prove that. So, yeah, 50 to 100 years. It's the termites all the way. So let's move on to our picture round. It's a fun one, this. Our first poster A, was an easy one. We were some of them we were at 100%, obviously. Others we went down to 60%. 60% being one of the first ones that we had. That was Sally Fickelstein. Technically, well, from Nightmare Before Christmas. Technically, she doesn't have a surname, but she was created by Dr. Finkelstein. So I was thinking, technically, she should have that surname. Anyway, number 2 is Mr. Motivator. Number 3 was Cher Horowitz. It was pretty good. 95% of us got that. Number 4 was Ali G. Number 5, Keith Flint. We all know the Prodigy, but we had 94% that took us down to. Number 6 was the Tango Man. No, sorry. And yeah, 89% of us got that right. Technically, it was called the Orange Man. I was like, oh, God, I do the research. I was like, if I call him the Orange Man, everyone's going to go absolutely mental at me. So I almost kind of broke the rules. But if you put a T or an O, you still would have got the point. 7 was Ace Ventura. 8 was Scuba Steve, you know, from Big Daddy, Adam Sandler, Big Daddy. And number 9 was Jerry Halliwell. The next 2 posters, I would say, were medium rather than easy. The sets, number 1, we started off, we went 31% of us, Third Rock from the Sun. Then we went up to 42% with Clarissa Explains It All. 73% with Ab Fab. I can't believe not more people. Well, maybe I'm just showing my age here. And I did get criticised the other week for doing lots of 80s stuff. People were like, do 90s! So I'm showing my age. Then 42%, tough one. Noel's House Parties. Remember in Crinkly Bottom. Another 42, only 42% got Jerry Springer. If you look really back, you see what I'm pointing at there, that sort of grill. Above that, there's some Photoshop going out on there. I actually Photoshopped out or copied brickwork over the word Jerry Springer. Number 6 was Sabrina, Teenage Witch. Number 7, 100% got Friends. Bravo. Only 94% got Crystal Maze. And number 9, 100% got Fresh Prince. Poster C now. This was slightly, yeah, actually, because there were no 100% in this poster. So number 1 was Around the World, 47%. Number 2, 89% got Nothing Compares to You. 78%, Isn't It Ironic? Number 4 was Pumping on Your Stereo. Only 31% of people got that. 42% of people got No Surprises. 84% with Virtual Insanity. The next one, 94% with Bittersweet Symphony. Go right down to 31%. Got number 8 right. It was My Name Is. And number 9, we go back up to 68% with Coffee and TV. So yeah, there were some ups and downs in that, most definitely. But there were still some good results. Now, the spotlight rounds. Bravo! Bravo! So theatrical. Almost everyone got the first view after the second image. It was only a film 6 and 7 that kind of, you know, people were stabbing in the dark, and you could see that by just, there were like 10 characters that people were potentially choosing from. So, well done though. But we'll start off with our, technically the easiest one of all. And actually, I think it was almost close to like 98%. So there's all our actors and actresses, and movie number 1 was Cate Blanchett, Orlando Bloom, Ian McKellen and Elijah Wood. And the film was, of course, Lord of the Rings. So we just needed an L. On to movie number 2. We swapped those actors and actresses for Steve Buscemi, Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. And the answer was Pulp Fiction, of course. And what a superb bloody film that was. Number 3 now, we are swapping, going to Paul Rudd, Christina Applegate, Steve Carell and Will Ferrell, and it is the legend that it is Anchorman. Our next film was Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and George Clooney. And the film, yes, yeah. I feel for you, Luke. I feel for you. It was Ocean's 11. The next group, we had Kevin Bacon, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson, and Tom Cruise. And that was You Can't Handle the Truth! It was A Few Good Men. I think I might have just scared my neighbours upstairs. On to number 6, we had Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black, Steve Coogan, and Ben Stiller. And the film, it's a very different, but it's a good film. Tropic Thunder. Number 6, we swapped with Adrian Brody, Jeff Goldblum, Jude Law, Ralph Fiennes, and it was Grand Budapest Hotel, which is I watched that. Was it a couple of Christmases ago? I watched that. I found that really, really fun. And then, have I messed up? Like what's going? Oh no, then that's. Why are my numbers wrong? Did I not go through? No, I did. Oh, I've just messed the numbers up. Okay, it doesn't matter. Time for the audio round. Messed the numbers up again, Adam. Well done. Sorry for our crazy covers. This was fun. Really, really. So I put the. I need to put. Got to put the costume back on for the answers. Got to do it properly. Jesus, because I just threw them down in a fit. Right, okay, there we go. So let's move into the world of the steel drums. Our first track was The Beatles with Octopus's Garden. Number 2 was Tony Braxton with Unbreak My Heart. Number 3 was Bill Withers with Just the Two of Us. Number 4 was, so this was what Chris was bringing up about this UBF/NF. So UB40 popularised it. It's actually a Neil Diamond song, and I didn't want to, if you were sort of the Neil Diamond era, I didn't want anyone to go, oh no, that's Neil Diamond. So UB40 or Neil Diamond. And a Red Wine. Number 5 was Bay Once with Love on Top. Number 6 was MJ with Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And number 7 was Imagine Dragons with Radioactive. Number 8 was Riri with Work. Number 9 was The Beeb with Sorry. Number 10 was Maroon 5 with Moves Like Jagger. 11 was Ed Sheeran with Perfect. And number 12 was Toto with Africa. So now time for Quizmo round. You're not... yes, Quizmo round, sorry. How well did we do? All right, to be honest. No one really... I think there was a lot of educated guessing, and that's a lot of the time that's what the Quizmo round is about. You're under pressure. You've got to go with what you did. But anyway, your answers were, so the slang for £1 was a quid. Then we went to quit, then suit, then spit, spat, seat, heat, head, dead, read, ream, and roam. And then ladder B. Number 1 was fork, then we went to pork, park, bark, bear, bore, saw, shore, surf, turf, turn, and burn. Turn and burn. And it was half a point for each of those. We did well. Yeah, we did well. Time for social media point boost. Here she is. Good results for this one as well for you. So we needed to work out what the words were that you put in those spaces in order to suffix and prefix words. Sounded really complicated, didn't it? But everyone got into it. So we had club, house, and then house, work, work, space, space, ship, ship shape and shapeless. So the answer to the question was HSS, house, space and shape. Right. It is Brainteaser time. I was expecting better in terms of average, to be honest. There were some that were just miles off. There always is, isn't there? I think the thing is there was some that were miles over, and there weren't many that were miles under, and that's what skewed our normal distribution curve. Your average came out at 203. The actual answer... Oh, no, sorry, that is the answer, was 203. Oh, here we go. Okay. Your average was 173. So not bad. So, in 15th place, with a guess of 108. That is 95 away, we have the Mint Imperials. Bravo, Mint Imperials. In 14th place, with a guess of 110, 93 away, it's the Fantastic Four. In 13th place, with a guess of 124, we have the Spanners. In 13th place, with a guess of 127, Fake Brews Leeds. Do we have 2 Fake Brews in tonight? Oh, no. Oh, we do. There's 2 Fake Brews. Fake Brews Leeds. Oh, Fake Brews Leeds. just beat Fake Brews. Okay, so no. So I get so excited about the tiniest little things. In 11th place, with 130, we've got Kebab Machine North. In 10th place, with 140 points, got the Lockdown OGs. In 9th place, with a guess of 155, we've got Chris A. Well done, Chris A. In joint 8th place, both with guesses of 156, we've got Quizentials and the Corona Loners. In 7th place, with a guess of 161, we've got the Flavor Dictators. In 6th place, with a guess of 237, 34 away, it's Kebab Machine, not the North, the original Kebab. Well, actually, you're both original, aren't you, actually? In 5th place, with 171, we've got Jar Jar Thinks. In 4th place, with 181, I'll Have a Pee Please Bob. Happy birthday. In 3rd place, with a guess of 191, Hammersmith Busters. In 2nd place, with a guess of 212, 9 away, it's Nevermind the Shuttlecocks. But our winners, with 201, that's 2 away, it's Pressbox. Well done, Pressbox. Absolute legends. And so now the results of the quiz itself. In joint 15th place, the average came out at 71 out of 91, so that's pretty good. In joint 15th place, with 68.5 points each, we have Chris A and the Fantastic Four. In 14th place with 69 points, we got Crimson and White. In 13th place with 70 points, got Fake Brews. In 12th place with 71 points, Kebab Machine North. In 11th place with 73 points, it's the Cremasteric Reflex. In 10th place with 73.5 points, it's Lucifer and the Almighty. In 9th place with 75 points, the Hammersmith Busters. In 8th place with 77 points, I'll Have a Pee Please Bob. In joint 7th place with 77.5 points each, we have the Corona Loners and Nevermind the Shuttlecocks. In 6th place with 78 points, Jar Jar Thinks. In 5th place with 78.5 points, it's Marjorie's Hippos. Well done. In 4th place with 80.5 points, we have Rain on Me. Cool. That's Corona No Lime. In 3rd place with 81.5 points, it's Sunshine. In 2nd place with 83 points, it's Quizentials. But our winners with 83.5 points, it is Kebab Machine. Bravo, Kebab Machine. I think that's is that the first win of the online quiz? I'm not quite sure. Well, congratulations to everyone that has joined. There is a tiny bit of exciting information that I want to tell you, but I don't want you to get overly excited because these things could change. I potentially am returning to quizzing, physical quizzing, I mean, in terms of the George IV. They are, Ben, awesome general manager, is pushing it through and is trying to get the area manager to clear me coming back to doing socially distanced quizzing in the Boston room, you know, the room at the back where we used to do Halloween and stuff like that. That might be happening. I was supposed to hear from him today. I haven't heard back from him, but it could be happening. Believe me, I am trying as hard as I possibly can to get myself back in a physical form. We're still going to be doing this online quiz. It doesn't matter, but I am trying my best. And the managers that we all know and love, they are behind this and they are trying to do it. There are just health and safety issues that Fuller's just cannot break these rules. They're not allowed to, and I also believe they should not be breaking these rules as well. So we are doing our best. We might be back physically for quizzes next week on a Tuesday. I don't want to get you overly excited, but I'm saying I'm trying my best. Everyone that you haven't heard from recently is also trying their best. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, so I might be back very soon. But we're still going to be doing this online quiz. Anyway, folks, I would love to thank you so much for joining us for this evening's Adventure Quiz. If you want to become a patron, please do so. Get your photos in. Win yourself the battery-powered grinder. I can't wait to post it off to one of you with your best photo. Other than that, folks, it has been an absolute pleasure quizzing, and I would love to see you all here next week for more Adventure Quiz fun and games. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me, and I'll see you next week. Good night.